with Mount Fuji as the backdrop. This is AE86 BRZ style at Fuji Speedway. With that as an intro, we are out here at Fuji Speedway for the AE86 BRZ style put on by Fuji Speedway. The whole place is dedicated to this event right now. And as you can see by the sea of new AE86s and BRZs around me and the old ones mixed in, this is like the car of the future in Japan. This is the car of like tuning right now. So let's go ahead and check it out, kind of see what's going on. I'm a fan of these cars. I don't know terribly a lot about them, but yeah, let's get inside and check it out. Why not a dusty 34 in the mix as well? Whew. Needs a wash. So that was Doriki Tsuchiya's, famous Hachiroku with like 220 horsepower against the electric converted Hachiroku in a 0-4, so quarter mile race. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is not the droids we were looking for, but how about this proper Skyline Japan on some watts? Ooh, it's clean. In a non-negative way, I gotta say, these cars are everywhere on the street. Like, every time you drive somewhere, you're gonna see a new BRZ or a new AE86. Probably not gonna see this wild Lexus front with the Scion emblem, converted Rocket Bunny-esque. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? Talk about like standard is new AE86s, and then this guy just tacked on the end. All the flaps. Look at the detail on this front. It's like molded off of a stock bumper or a stock one molded in, but hey, appreciate the effort. Some wheel appreciation for some of my favorite wheels going right now. Advan RG3, RG4s with the cutout spokes like that. I think they just carried on beautifully with the RG lineup and just made them even better. Such a good looking wheel. And of course the newer design complements the newer model cars. Well, the new Hachiroku can pull a crowd just like the old Hachiroku. This is pretty good, like great turnout here. And wide line, get a load of this GT86. That is definitely the case. It is super, super wide. Almost like Veilside FD built out on the sides there. You can see just how much extras on the doors, and it's like Rocket Bunny on top of that. There's a standard one for comparison, like good grief. That baby is wide. And Eat Up on the windshield banner there is the team name. Next to it again is more Eat Up cars. Wild. Cool pair of classics here. We got the hatch over there on SSR MS1s. And then this coupe's like a little mashup of new and old. We got the new Rays wheels on there. Max ECU in the window hinting at what's going on. And then just an impeccable, super clean engine bay. Proper. Love the high-rise headers, shaved bay, like tubs. Beautiful, beautiful setup. Like the old formed radiator top on there. Super cool. Then this Artisan Spirits GT86 here. This kit's super cool. Obviously the 21Cs are neat as well. But this is like the way it forms around the front bumper and the headlight is almost like Tesla-esque. Like it's OEM plus+y where it's not you know, too angular or anything harsh like that. It's really subtle, but check out this little vent right here. It's for sale next to it. It says Loop Graphics. It's just this little piece, but it kind of adds like a Porsche-esque like front look to it. But yeah, Artisan Spirits, really cool kit. Oh, and I gotta show off my new hat, this super impressive old man spec hat. In light of F1 happening in Japan this weekend, got an F1 inspired hat. Check this out. So I love a good English anything. So check this out. We got F1 there, but check your rest position. Lee's Get Together Motor Sports Final Race F1 against the wind. Good velocity, one word. How sick is that? So there you go, F1, new hat. I love it, love everything about it. So I wish you all good velocity. So you got Fuji-san peeking around the back. We're in the main kind of vendor area. All the big companies here. We'll walk around and see what they got. But this turnout, just super impressive. It could be, you know, Fuji Speedway power, like it's close to Tokyo, brings the people, but it's also the popularity. Like they are literally everywhere. I can't express that to you guys enough. Like I don't know where they are, what you see in your home country, but here, when you go out anywhere, you're gonna see either an older, I don't know what you wanna call it, like the GT86 or the newer GR86 or like the BRZ variants. Like they're just everywhere. It has the feeling like this is the S15 S chassis of our era. So like, hop on board, like don't hate them, just adapt to something new, I guess. But yeah, like super sick. Look at this one on CEs. Look at that stock body on some CEs and next to the Rays booth, but wow. That's a good look there. Rays' lineup is just super on point. My only gripe is, as a DC2 owner, an old Honda type guy, they're getting rid of like the good spec TEs for the old Hondas. It's like maybe just a couple CEs available, but the new gram lights for Hachirokus and like Miatas and stuff like that, super cool to see them supporting old chassis still. The Blitz booth, their Aero on display again. I wonder how much has actually changed from Tokyo Auto Salon. Carbon little like induction box director straight into the throttle body. And then a more stock body BRZ on the new, what are these, the RP01s? Something like that. The PF06s, I think they are, the new NKs. It's good to see NK like doing so well on so many cars. And I guess their other version intake as well. And maybe this is how you remap the newer cars. We got this PowerCon power controller there and a throttle controller. And they're showing like pretty healthy gains across the board. Blitz taking advantage of the opportunity to show off the GR Corolla. 4 doors. I've said it once, I'll say it again. Just love the proportions of this car as opposed to the Yaris. This thing is sick. Look at this front splitter lip. It is out there. This thing's really good looking. They got another carbon intake box there. Strut bar. Got the PowerCon on board. NKs again. And looking inside, this one is gutted bucket seat. Wow. Beautiful carbon wing as well. Of course, Tom's out here with a colorful lineup. Their aero parts on there on display. We got blue, we got red. We got color matched in orange. And back to black and orange. Cool, I really dig the orange color. Got their little spats and wide body on there as well. Super clean look. And for those of you wanting to go really hardcore, Tom's has like this full carbon treatment interior trim package. Wow, you can deck out the whole interior. Everything says Tom's on it and carbon. That's sick. And these Tom's wheels look to be like TWS's, maybe rebranded. Yeah, they say TWS forged on them, so that's cool. Super high quality forged wheels. A wide body package. The 4 outlet exhaust. Yeah, that's cool. Tom's has their own suspension coilover packages as well. We got more standard over here. We'll make it easy to say $4,000. External reservoir, $10,000 package. Wild. Well, maybe more your guys' speed. Still 3,000. Tom's exhaust. Woo. Powercraft out here. They got a couple on display. Their stuff is going to be more on the underside, so let's go check out the little vendor table over here. Makers of high-end exhaust components. maybe like front pipe, header. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Oh, this is Hachiroku, old Hachiroku. Special price on it too, 45, like 450 bucks? Heck yeah. That thing's sick. I love the oval canister design. Result Japan, this is probably the one we saw at Week Fest, but here it is on like Formula D or D1 GP car. Highlighter yellow and broken up by some livery. Looks pretty good in the front. It's my only like thing I keep saying about the car or the aero, but wide body is really on point. Beautiful, beautiful wide body. TM Works, more of a tuning house. I think they make the coil-on plug type kits for older cars, but they brought a couple wild turbocharged variants. This one, a 2.1 liter, GT86, old spec, show you the headlights. GT86 with a 2.1 liter HKS kit on it, and then the GT3 RS turbo. So it's making 475. It's got a Z34 transmission swap on it. Like, pretty sick to see someone, pushing it that far. But that's where we're going with, what tuning cars are going to be. It's these guys. And kind of the flip side, not a wild engine bay, but a bolt-on Greddy kit on a 2.1 liter HKS built engine as well, but with the stock intake manifold. Clave here as well. Time Attack, BRZ right here. Then they picked up a new version just to develop parts for. A new GR86 here. They got their prices on everything, which is super helpful. But yeah, full little aero bits. That's a Voltex hood. I talked to them at, what was that, Tokyo Auto Salon? Yeah, super cool pair. This thing is totally stripped out. Huge rear endless brakes. Yeah, sick car here. And on display they have some, it says Clave Original T37s, 10J plus 44, Saga S pluses. That's sick. Voltex wing as well. Ing's here with the GR Hachiroku, their new aero, and all I can say is like sleek. It's totally a different take on it compared to what I've seen other companies do. Getting in people's way here. But yeah, like, I don't know what to think, but it looks pretty cool. Stand back and look at it. Side skirts kind of reuses or reshapes that side little swoosh that they have. So yeah, I can dig it. Another unique look. Of course, Varus out here as well. More stock body version. And then the Rundu setup here. The wide body, but very cool. Beautiful carbon bits in there. I've shown this every time I see it, but it's just a cool car. Like stock version, Rundus. Yokohama Advan booth, just to highlight the point of how cool. Here's some RG4s. The side cutouts, like, I think they've improved the original. Like, RG2s used to be my favorite. I know everyone loves RG1s, but man, RG3, RG4, they definitely didn't let us down. Good old Hachiroku here. It says, Racing Service Watanabe. But check out these watts. You seen those before? At the Watanabe booth here, I just talked to them, and it's the new design. They just, here's the classic, and then they've updated it to this forged new design, kind of like an updated take on the original. It's super cool. And because we're at a newer car event, it says they have the original design in 18s, 9J, AE86 BRZ fitment. Pretty wild. The goods as well. Look at that Watanabe hat, man. Might need to cop that. That's pretty sick. Max Cerrito booth with his, so many people. Max Cerrito booth here, I'll say it real quick. His street version, GR86 aero kit. It's got kind of like, the plastic finish look to it, matte blackish OEM styled finish on it, but just nails it. Nails it for like just a subtle OEM plus look. Jobu Revolution. This is like a super tight Q car, but this must be where the horsepower is on these. You guys would be like, yeah, it does, Steve. But super ram induction is like the thing. Nice little carbon box fitted up there, straight into the throttle body on this new GR86. Ogura clutch on the side. Look at that big wing on back. Cool setup. Be hard to show, but I gotta highlight this super clean roll cage fitment. It is a through dash cage, and it attaches back to the body. But super clean install. Nicely tucked up in there. Padded and everything, keep it shock and compliant. Of course, Revolution out here with the full lineup of goods, supporting mods as well. So we got some mounts, some front cross members centering bolts, and then some exhaust parts, full titanium header, like front pipes, high flow cat, airbox. Yeah, if you recognize the name, their Time Attack GR86 there. As we make it through one line of the vendor road, just to highlight again, well, here we go. Got some guys driving around. Woo. Just to highlight like how popular these cars are. I know one make events always bring out a bunch of the owners, but these parking lots are all full, and they're all full of like new GR86s, and of course, you know, GT86s, BRZs, but just look at this. Just an endless sea. Could be a Toyota dealer parking lot, Subaru dealer parking lot. So many of them. And that's my point, and the realization I've come to, like, this is the chassis of now, the future. What my generation fell in, you know, love with like S chassis, stuff like that. Like, that's the BRZ, the GT86. America screwed me up with the FRS and all the name changes they did with the car, but with the FRS, the GT86, whatever you want to call it, like, that is the tuning car that we should all be pursuing right now, because they're on the decline right now. Price-wise, performance-wise, it's only going to get better as the aftermarket keeps coming on. And like I said, they're just going to be plentiful for a bunch of chassis available in the future. So to put it in perspective, we have S14 Zenki, S14 Koki, and then the S15. At least that's how I'm thinking about it anyway. Like, you can't ignore the chassis. Like, there's this huge wave of support for them. So yeah, definitely someday we're getting one for the channel. Beam swap in this classic Hachiroku 11 hatchback, super cool Nardo-ish gray color, stripped out. Beautiful car. You don't see many beam swaps, that's for sure. And next to the more classic 4AG Trueno Coupe, there's this whole like 86. God, it's so hard to use names, but it's like Hachiroku parking sub event next to the vendor area. But on the event entry, it said if you drive a classic Hachiroku, you can get into the event for free, unless I misunderstood that. So you get free entry if you show up in your old Hachiroku. So super cool. Super cool on the beam spec sheet there. He says he's got the AE111 throttle bodies, but it's a Link ECU with panic wiring harness. So there you go, Mark panic wire in Japan. Beautiful red hatch. Look at this thing. Good grief, full tune. Like billet cam covers. High rise, converted from the distributor. Jeez, this thing's insane. Like full billet throttle body setup. Everything is billet as possible. Billet like alternator mount down there. Good grief. That is sick. Beautiful, beautiful. Too many classic Hachirokus to get around to all, so Hachiroku montage.
I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, clap my hands, turn around now and dance, dance, dance. I just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance, dance, dance. I just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance, dance, dance. I just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance, dance. I just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance, dance. I just wanna have fun, turn around now. I just wanna have fun, turn around now. I just wanna turn around, dance, dance. I just wanna around now. I just wanna have fun, turn around now. I just wanna now and turn around now. I just wanna turn around, dance, dance. I just wanna just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance, dance. I just wanna clap, clap, turn around, dance, dance.
Still just scratched the surface, but man, it's good to see some Hachirokus. Let's continue the new 86 GR86. Man, it's so hard to say. Vendor row. So Autocraft net here with some integrated carbon gauge panels in dash. Homie just run with the little turn the wheel roulette over there. Winner, winner. But yeah, Autocraft Evolution. If you're looking for some little bits and bobs, you got throttle spacers. D2 Japan, GR86. But check these out. Is June making carbon SARD style-ish aero mirrors? It's about as big and proper of GT wing setup as you can get. Of course, rocking D2 brakes, which is what they do. Spec crossover next innovation. Beautiful, beautiful GR86. Lip kit slammed. Absolutely fitted and looking like a showpiece. Japan Toge project. Hey, Garage Infinity engine in the bay. And they got their Toge deer there. The antlers being the kanji for Toge. Project Mu out here doing Project Mu things. Their big signature blue, green, teal brakes on there. Multi-piece rotors, two-piece rotors. Some Apex goods in the bay. Little induction arm on their stock airbox. Carbon covers. In the truss, Greddy booth. My favorite GR86 to date. Yeah, it's like full circuit use, but just the Voltex Aero, the way it looks, everything about it's just perfect. You can see absolutely gutted. We've seen this before at Scuba Circuit. Craft Square mirrors on there. But yeah, the TEs, Voltex Aero, wing, like it's just so good. And then one of the most exciting offerings from Greddy for the new GR86 BRZ is their turbo kit. Based on like the, what is it? I forget the numbers around it, but the 620 series turbo. Little bolt-on setup there. Yeah, simple, complete, like all you need, makes more jam. They're saying it's making 312 PS, horsepower-ish. I might have spoke too soon when I said favorite GR86. We're now in the Voltex booth. Super unmarked, just Voltex flags flying. Voltex Aero GR86. Hands down, my favorite overall look, setup, like just so cool. Front bumper like morphs it into something almost like Porsche-esque. The hood is sick, side skirts, like just so many details. Beautiful, beautiful. Wide body as well, like just fits the line so well. Oh man, I love it. And then the rear under as well. Just everything's so unique, so proper for the shape of the car. Not out of place, just like super OEM++. And because I can peep the spec sticker down there, these fronts are 18 by 11 plus 24, 5 by 100 fitment. You can see the wide fenders, a little camber, but it's in there. Like, gosh, the rear fenders, it all just flows so well. It's almost like a long nose conversion like you'd see with like Z33s. Where you can see here's the Voltex full aero versus stock next to it, just their lip kit. It just pokes out there a little more. And this here as well, I mean, everyone's here, but gotta appreciate the old endless Jaguar. Of course, endless brakes on there. HKS here with the non-wide body version on Advan RG4s. Also not turbo. Maybe more of like the bolt-on average owner spec. The off-limits Hachiroku section, they're all stunningly beautiful. Well done, like fresh build here. It says Taniguchi AE85. I'm not sure if it's that Taniguchi. I'm not sure his kanji for his first name. But yeah, what a beautiful lineup. And then of course, Tsuchiya's on the end here. Or at least it sure looks like it. Oh yeah, the sign says Keiichi Tsuchiya, so no mistaking. The carbon green carbon bonnet. Really catching the light, super cool. And a new Challenger appears. Okay, Sard, I see you here. I don't think when I saw this at like Auto Salon, I could pick up the lines as much. I think it was colored or something, but little carbon lip kit here. Some good details on it. It raises up in the center, which is pretty cool. But yeah, like a couple different lines on the lip, but flows really well with the body. That's cool. Exhaust. It's got aftermarket taillights. Got one side wing, and over there, like the more race-ish swan neck. Tomei bringing out the goods. Fairly stock looking GT86, but let's start over here at the rear. They're full titanium exhaust, running all the way up to built engine. This like Genesis engine program next to the Hachiroku one. So good. Tomei with a pan baffle kit for the FA20, FA24. Everyone's worried about oil starvation. Apex as well. Everyone's, I mean, all the major tuning companies on board for this chassis, which is great to see. 3-point, makes the OEM one a 3-point strut bar, intake, engine covers, covers. A little lip kit down there for the BRZ. Here you go, Marty. Some BRZ goodness here. I do like the lip kit. And the sides, tasteful as well. Just finishes off that whatever shape that's going, that little swoop down there. And from the back, they got the Apex exhaust with like this under diffuser plate. Very cool. So looking at the catalog, the under panel is that. It's a whole undercover there. So I just ran into Ichikawa-san from Garage Infinity, and he said on Taniguchi's 86 here, they did the link ECU and the wiring on it. It looks like Bluetooth wiring, man. It is impeccably clean. You don't see anything in the engine bay. But yeah, super sick. Garage Infinity popping up again. Good stuff. Full refresh body. Like this is brand new looking, my goodness. And what is that? I don't know, body shop, but Shinmei. Wow. Look at the brackets and the hood release, the lights. Shoo! That is a freshie there. Cross member bolts, like 100%. That's beautiful. Special edition crystal body Yokohama Fujiwara Tofu jack stands. Look at this thing. Gosh. Brand new. Never seen that fresh. And the interior matches. Oh, just spotless. Man, there's like 2 events going on. Old school Hachiroku, new school Hachiroku. It's so cool to see them here together. But once again, geez, like just you could eat off of it. Love seeing engines and builds of this detail. Super wraps, racing tuned, some more good old English. Gosh, just like a whole lineup of them. Arigatou gozaimasu. Hey, hey. 40th anniversary of 86. We got some legends on stage right now. A little driver talk going on, Tsuchiya Orido. And because it's always more interesting to look at race cars, here we are in the WEDS booth with this, must be another like Taikyu, Super Taikyu-ish endurance race car. But look at this interior. Proper race car, cage. Yeah, love it, love it. Cusco here, another GR86, of course, but Cusco things. Strut tower bars, got some bracing there as well, like they're replacing the stock bracing. Otherwise, the engine bay is looking fairly stock. Pro drive wheels. And in the trunk, how about this? The quote-unquote strut tower bar goes right across the floor. Interesting. Leaves the trunk way more functional, though. What a day out here, Fuji. Just cool to see this new chassis coming along, aftermarket, the owners, like, it's chassis of the future. Anyway, like, subscribe if you would, please. Help the video get around. And check out the rest of the channel. Catch you in the next one. Much love. Be well.